Hello students, our today's topic is principle of superposition. Many time any kind of structural member or bar which is subjected to number of forces not only at the external ends but also at the intermediate point along the length of that structural member or bar which we are considering. So such member can be analyzed by the application of principle of superposition. So according to principle of superposition, the resulting strain will be equivalent to algebraic sum of the strain or the deformation caused by individual forces acting along the length of the member. In simple word, we can say the principle of superposition is generally used to find out the resulting deformation for any kind of structural member which is subjected by number of forces externally as well as at the intermediate point. So if we consider any member of uniform cross section which is subjected to number of forces, in that condition the resulting deformation or the resulting strain which we are denoting by delta is will be the delta will be summation of PL by AE. This is the formula of resultant deformation of that structural member which is subjected by number of forces externally as well as at the intermediate point. This delta we can write as 1 by AE in bracket P1 L1 plus P2 L2 plus P3 L3 up to Pn Ln. That n is denoting the nth part of that structural member. If that structural part or the bar is divided into n number of part, so according for that, if any structural member is divided into n number of part, this formula is applicable for that type of structural member, where we can denote P1 is the force acting at section 1 of that structural member, P2 is the force acting on section 2 of that particular structural member, up to Pn. Pn is the force acting on section nth section of the structural member. So similarly, L1 is the length of the section 1, L2 is the length of the section 2 and Ln is the length of section 3. We can use free body diagram for the calculation of that resulting strain of any kind of structural member. It is a very convenient or easy method to find out the resulting strain. So here you can see a diagram of a bar which is subjected by a number of forces at external as well as intermediate point. So here we are considering a bar AE of uniform cross section which is divided into number of section. You can see this bar is divided into number of section AB, BC, CD and DE, and you can see number of forces at external end as well as at the internal end. Here the length of the section AB is L1, section BC is L2, length of the section CD is L3 and this length of the section DE is L4. So we are taking this example to find out the resulting strain. So if we are taking section AB of length 1, so for that section AB we have to find out the net force at the left side or at the right end. So net force at the left end of that section AB, you can see 12 kilonewton. Now at the right end, the net force will be, if we are considering the direction of the direction of tensile force is positive, so in that condition the net force will be 6 plus 4 minus 4 plus 6 which is equivalent to 12 kilonewton. So in that condition we can say at the first section or at the section AB, which is subjected to tensile force of 12 kilonewton. So here deformation at section AB will be, if we are denoting this deformation as delta 1, that will be equivalent to 12 L1 by AE. This was the deformation at section AB. Similarly, we are taking section BC of length L2. Here we will apply the same formula. We will find out the net force at the left end. So here net force at the left end, you can see in the diagram, the net force at the left end will be 12 minus 6, that is equivalent to 6 kilonewton, and net force at the right end, similar formula, 4 minus 4 plus 6, it is again equivalent to 6 kilonewton. So we can say for the section BC of length L2 is subjected to tensile force of 6 kilonewton. So its extension or its strain will be, if we are denoting this strain by delta 2, that will be equivalent to 6 L2 by AE. Similarly, we are taking third section, section CD of length L3. So here we have to find out the net force at the left end as well as at the right end. So you can see in the diagram the net force at the left end is 12 minus 6 minus 4, that is equivalent to 2 kilonewton, and the net force acting at the right end, that will be 6 minus 4. So the final term will be 2 kilonewton. So in that condition we can say at the third section of length L3, which is subjected to tensile force of 2 kilonewton. So the extension of section 3, if we are denoting this extension by delta 3, that will be equivalent to 2 L3 by AE. Similarly, the last section, section 4. Here you can see in the diagram the net force at the left end will be 12 minus 6 minus 4 plus 4, that is equivalent to 6 kilonewton, and similarly net force at the right end is, you can see in the structural bar, the right end force is 6 kilonewton. So we can say the section DE of length L4 is subjected to tensile force of 6 kilonewton. So in that condition, the deformation or the extension at section DE, which is denoted by delta 4, that is equivalent to 6 L4 by AE. So this was the deformation or the extension for different 4 sections. Now according to principle of superposition, the total extension or the total deformation of the bar will be what? The summation of all the strain, algebraic, as I already told you about the principle of superposition. The principle of superposition is the resulting strain which is equivalent to algebraic sum of the strain caused by individual forces acting along the length of the member. So according to that, if we are considering delta as the resulting strain of that structural member, that will be equivalent to delta 1 plus delta 2 plus delta 3 plus delta 4. Delta 1 is the extension for section 1, delta 2 is the extension for section 2, and delta 3 is the extension for section 3, and delta 4 is the extension for section 4. So this will be the total extension of that bar, that will be equivalent to 12L1 by AE plus 6L2 by AE plus 2L3 by AE plus 6L4 by AE. So this was the total extension of the bar. So we can easily determine, or we can easily describe principle of superposition with the help of this example. Thank you.